Hey again everybody and welcome. It's John with People's Republic and we've got a quick draft of Crimson Vow today. Before we jump into the action, this channel stands with the Black Lives Matter movement, so please do check out the links to funds and charities in the YouTube video description. Consider giving part of your monthly magic budget or anything you would donate to my channel to one of those worthwhile causes. Anyway, let's hop in. Ooh, okay. Yeah, welcoming vampire is a great reason to go white, and to play some of white's cheaper creatures. You know, your Griff Riders, but also your, oh gosh, now I'm blanking on it. Parish Blade Trainee. I like that one a lot. Anyway, we'll go ahead and snap that up. Just out of curiosity, I think the second pick would probably be the Restless Bloodseeker here. I don't think that we'll wield the Griff Rider. But maybe we'll pick up something in our other color. Okay. Pretty good. Uncommon here in Diver's Cob. And we could start to go towards the blue-white archetype, which I have yet to play. Outside of that, we got a Wolf Strike, and we've got a Diregraph Scavenger. Both pretty good cards, among the best commons in their color. Nothing in particular really plays that well with Welcoming Vampire here. I mean, Unholy Efficient is just not a card that we're interested in. Period. And Desperate Farmer. So I like it. I like the card a good amount, but I don't think that it's not second pickable. I'm gonna take the Diver's Cup. It doesn't really go with Welcoming Vampire. And neither of these really play into the white-blue archetype, but it's a rawly powerful card, so. So here, I think it's one of two things. It's either the Wedding Security or the Sigarda's Imprisonment. I think I'm just going to take the Imprisonment. I don't think that, honestly, I don't think the Wedding Security is better than Sigarda's Imprisonment. I don't think people would say that. And just being able to play the Welcoming Vampire is important. It's also the only white card in the pack, not the bot to our left is going to be reading signals. We've got good options here. We could double down on a Sigarda's Imprisonment. We could take a Fierce Retribution, though I would rather have the second Sigarda's Imprisonment. Highest upside here is this more called Purifier. But there's also a Twin Blade Geist, which I think is just a rock-solid card, especially in the white-blue Distort Boros deck. So let's take that. So here I think we just grab this Parish Blade Trainee and continue along. We've got a Vampire Slayer, but we also have a Cruel Witness here. I'm not opposed to taking a Cruel Witness above a pretty lowly 2-drop here. So I'm going to grab the Cruel Witness. Good stuff. I'm not going to take the Wretched Throng here. I'm going to take the Heronophobe. Though, making the whole Throng idea happen, you know, it at least goes with Welcoming Vampire. We're not really interested in anything here, but we'll take the Binding Geist. I think that playing one Cradle of Safety is just fine. So I'm going to take the Nurturing Presence here, in case we end up in a heavy white-blue deck. Sorry. in a deck that capitalizes on the white-blue archetype's Aura's theme. That's what I mean to say. We're not interested in anything here. I'm just going to take the Daybreak Combatants. I don't think that Supernatural Rescue is necessarily all that playable. I guess I'll put it in the main for now, but I don't think that makes the cut. We'll take an uncommon. And we'll get a Vampire Slayer back around. That's fine. Okay, the rare is not something I'm very interested in. Unfortunately, that leaves us with really just the one option of Thirst for Discovery, which is a good card. I mean, there is also a Bleed Dry here, and we are mostly white right now. So taking the Bleed Dry does kind of open up the door to potentially be white-black. I'm going to take the Thirst, though. I like, you know, most of the blue cards that we have so far. I'm interested in trying out the archetype. I know that Bleed Dry is much better than Thirst for Discovery, but I would like to try it. We've got a couple of cards here that go well for us in both Lantern Bearer and Traveling Minister. I believe I'm going to take the Lantern Bearer, though. I don't mind a Militia Rallier in a deck like this. There's also the Skywarp Ska, but I think, you know, for reasons of the curve, take the Rallier. We've got some more good options here. I think Whispering Wizard is probably the highest payoff. I just don't know how many non-creature spells we're going to be casting. Also, Fierce Retribution is just a really powerful card. The ability to kill anything. I think there's several things that we could end up taking out of this pack. I'm just going to go ahead and take our second removal spell. So we can take a Lunar Rejection here, or I suppose a Wash Away. I think I'll take the Lunar Rejection. So yeah, I mean, there's good stuff here. I think we should take the Screaming Swarm. It's the most powerful card in the pack. But quite frankly, I think we would play all three of these. We would hope with the Throng that we had multiples. Though, that ship is kind of sailing. Sailing is by at this point. I don't think that this deck is going to want a Steelclad Spirit. I don't think that that really is going to be that powerful here. I'm going to take a second Militia Rallier. Okay, I think I'll take the Wanderlight Spirit over Syncopate. I found that to be you know, it's a pretty efficient little creature. So this is between Nebelgast Beguiler and a Wretched Throng. I'm actually going to take the first Throng here. Yeah, I was hoping that we might get a few more on the wheel. Let's take the Stitch Assistant now. The Scattered Thoughts is a fine card. We can pick up a second Vampire Slayer, that's fine. I don't think we're going to play a Selhoff Entombment. A weird Prisoner last. Okay. Very powerful red rare there. But we get a Valorous Stance. I think that's, you know, an okay consolation prize. Yeah, not much for us here. I do like a Griff Rider, but I'd rather have the second Sigarda's Imprisonment. Okay, cool. We get a Thalia here. I think I'll just snap up the Thalia. She'll go great here. Well, she'll go fine here, I think. Angelic Quartermaster's great. Love to see that there. Over Geistlight Snare, I'd rather just have another 2-drop in Drogskull Infantry. Get a second Throng. Or we get a second Fierce Retribution. I think I'll take the Fierce Retribution. Yeah, pick up a Perish Blade Trainee that we'd rather have over the Throng anyway. I'll take Sigarda's Imprisonment number 3, I think. I don't know that anything out of these three is going to make the cut. I'll take the Dawnheart Geist. I'm going to try to start moving some stuff to the side. I don't know if this Piercing Light, if that's going to make the cut or not. We aren't going to need a second Scattered Thoughts, and for that reason I'm going to take an uncommon. We don't want anything here. I'm just going to go ahead and immediately put that inside. Fear of Death, we're not interested in running. Okay, and a Blood Servitor. Okay, so we got a handful of cuts to make. I think a total of 10. I know that we want to cut, already cut the Wretched Throng. We should cut the, this Supernatural Rescue. I don't think we need 2 Militia Ralliers. We don't need 2 Vampire Slayers. I don't want to play the Nurturing Presence. I don't think we got there on enchantments. We don't really need the Dawnheart Geist. I don't think we need a Piercing Light when we've got 3 Sigarda's Imprisonments and 2 Fierce Retributions. I think we need to cut either Thirst or Scattered Thoughts. I don't think we want 2 card draw spells, so I'm going to cut Scattered Thoughts. I think probably one of these two is going to need to go. Either the Lunar Rejection or the Cradle of Safety. I think it's probably the Lunar Rejection. With a couple of Fierce Retributions and the 3 Sigarda's Imprisonments, we don't need to rely on bounce to remove stuff from the board. So we're at 17 to 8 with 2 cuts to make. I think we probably want to make a cut from both the creatures and the non-creatures. I think among the creatures is probably going to be one of these two. I suppose it also could be a Vampire Slayer. I think it should be the Stitched Assistant. I mean, yeah, you know, like we have Lantern Bearer that makes it easy to sacrifice something, but we've got a better exploit creature up here in Diver's Cob, and I don't think that exploiting is really going to be something we're going to be doing that often. So for the non-creature spell, I mean, I like having some card draw, and some instant speed action. I don't think there's really any argument to make to cut a Sigarda's Imprisonment. I think maybe we could cut a Fierce Retribution here, because I don't think we're cutting Valorous Stance. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that Fierce Retribution. I don't know that that's right. There, you know, there's a chance that, like, cutting a Vampire Slayer over that is a better call. I've just found that being on board early in this format is really pretty important. Okay. I like where this is at. Don't know that it's perfect, but let's give it a try. Yeah, this hand looks okay. Toughness stops our attacks already. I think we probably want to just play Thalia here. Attacking with the Kindly Ancestor and the Storm Chaser Drake. I think we're just gonna let that through. It's not great, but the idea of them just suiting up the Drake, drawing a card, if we were trying to, you know, trade one of our creatures with the Kindly Ancestor, I'm just not interested in that. Yeah, this is tough. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with these two. See what they feel like doing. Alright. I guess we'll play the Twin Blade Geist now. But yeah, it's gonna be awfully difficult to race with that Kindly Ancestor over there. Had we known that, you know, that Ancestor was going to come down, and then we were going to draw, you know, a Sigarda's Imprisonment that we would really kind of like to put on it. Maybe Thalia was not the 2-drop that we wanted, or the, you know, turn 3 play, but... I think I'm gonna go ahead and let the Twin Blade Geist go down. And if we need to, we'll consider disturbing it next turn. But yeah, if we draw that 4th land, it's far more likely that we just want to put a Sigarda's Imprisonment on the Kindly Ancestor. Yeah, not great. I think we're probably just gonna die in the air here. It's gonna be a long time before we can get to that Screaming Swarm. Second wizard. Yeah. Alright, we do get another land here. I think we're best off probably just playing the 2/2 drops. Yeah, we're just gonna die in the air here. Can we do anything here? We could imprison this, but alright. We'll do it just for the heck of it. Yeah, I think part of this is just like being on the draw in this particular game, and having, you know, honestly, Thalia may have done worse things for us here than our opponent, because they've just generally just been playing to the board, with creatures, and the fact that she disrupted those Sigarda's imprisonments, well, that's the second one, but, you know, the first one. Alright. So if we are more fortunate in the coming matches. Alright. Yeah, you know, it's an easy thing to say that, you know, when you are playing a card like Thalia, you want to make sure it... Ooh, this is lovely. You want to make sure it punishes the opponent more than it punishes you. And in that last game, I do not know that that was the case, so... On the one hand, you think about in a game where you are, you know, on the draw, the idea of Thalia being able to get your opponent off balance, and essentially, you know, catch you back up, in the race, that, you know, is a very real thing. Three colors. I think we'll play the Vampire Slayer. Draw another card. Alright. Can attack with the Vampire. Great flesh there. Alright, I think we probably just want a Sigarda's Imprisonment here. Swing for 4 and play a Lantern Bearer. big old brick. Yeah, the brick can't do anything to us if it's locked down. Take out the Vampire Slayer. Alright. So here... I kind of want to get full value out of the Angelic Quartermaster and place counters on two things. I feel like that's being a little bit greedy, though. Yeah, let's just play the Quartermaster. Right. Yeah, let's thirst for discovery. Go ahead and clock them in the air. Play a Binding Geist. That's a big boy. Alright. Let's imprison that as well. Play the Heron of Hope. Alright. Yeah, those imprisonments. Having all three, too. Alright, good deal. A phantom carriage built for two. It's probably gonna hold a lot more than two. Actually, it can't hold any, because it's not there. It's a ghost. You would fall right through it. And yet somehow it can deal 4 damage. Innistrahd's a weird place. These are just like 3 of the greatest words. Yeah, we'll keep this. That trainee's kind of lonely right now. Needs a friend. Alright, yeah, let's play our land for the turn. Let's thirst. Yeah, we can discard an island. Huh. Okay. Well, there's no Bounding Wolf in the format, not that I remember. So I don't think our trainee will get eaten. What would the green instant be? I guess it's just a pump spell. I don't think it's Massive Might. I think it must be Witch's Web. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna play the Scob. Decline. Yeah, not sure what Oppo's deck is doing here. I think they might be looking for their other color, maybe? No? Question mark. Mono green instance. Yep. Not sure what happened there, but we got the game. That's what it is like sometimes playing in the lower ranks. We must all agree. Okay. This is kind of rough. I guess we'll keep it. We're just gonna have to draw creatures. Real, literal creatures. None of the fake kind. This piece on Thirst for Discovery by Dominic Meyer is really, really good. I don't really know what's going on. It's really, really good. I can't tell if that's a head back there. Yeah, it's gotta be. I don't really know what's going on with the body then. Like, is this an arm? Is this an arm? These are some legs, maybe? Yeah. It's like... We had this problem some last game, too. We're just not drawing other creatures, you know? No literal creatures. Ooh, it's a good one. I hope this doesn't get countered. Alright, good. I don't really want them to bring back this brine comber. Unfortunate, but at least it's still a blocker. I think we just probably want to play this Plains. Well, alright. You talk me into it. Let's thirst for discovery. Let's keep that on top. Alright, one of these islands can go. Alright, let's attack with the 2 flyers. Sure. Alright, let's hope this Screaming Swarm resolves. Oh, there's no snap counterspell. Okay. That's bad. It's very, very bad. Alright, that's something. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and activate that Screaming Swarm. Alright. I kind of want to trap them with, with their enchantment on the Cruel Witness. I'm gonna put a Sigarda's Imprisonment on it. Okay. We'll go ahead and Fierce Retribution this. Play the Screaming Swarm. Alright, let's imprison here. Let's attack with both. Yeah, if we just put this here, we're good. Alright. It's a little bit of a, you know, balancing act. Determining what we wanted to play when. And I'm not saying that we did it perfectly. That by invitation only was frightening, to say the least. But thankfully we ripped that Welcoming Vampire off the top and we're able to get back into it. I think this thing that we've seen in the past couple of games with this deck of having kind of creature light starts, I think it's more or less variance. Honestly, I don't think we can keep this. Or do we? Let's probably a mistake, but... So you're telling me you don't have a trick? We may need to disregard his imprisonment that. It's a good one. Yeah, we are struggling a bit, finding blue mana here. Yeah, they're ready to go to kill that Heronophobe. I don't think there's anything for one red. Am I wrong? Okay, I'm not wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna lose this one. Just... Bad keep. Bad keep. Don't know why I talked myself into it. Alright, well, we got our blue mana, but that didn't do much good here. We're dead either way. Oh well. Haha! All that on 3 lands too, so. Yeah. Bad keep. Bad keep. Don't do these things to yourself. Alright, let's see if we can get one more out of the stack. I do think that it's better than 3 wins. Maybe even as good as 5, but I don't think it's necessarily a... It doesn't have all the pieces. Okay. Got a slow-moving opponent here in Ravioli. this point, I'm just most concerned about living to cast these 2 5-drops. Notably, we would need a second island for those purposes. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we can play the Wanderlight Spirit here. Bit of a racing situation. Let's go ahead and play the Quartermaster. So 4/4. Okay. It's a lot of damage coming through. I think I'll put the Vampire Slayer here. If they want to pay the mana, that's fine. Sure. Alright, so here I want to, Sigarda's Imprisonment there. I'll go ahead and attack with the Wanderlight Spirit. Rough. Huh, man. Oh! I didn't realize we were that low. Well, that's my bad. Man, I thought we could race that. We could not. Whoops. Oh well. Alright, we'll claim the prize. It was a pretty middling run, but I don't mind 3 wins. That's, it's not exactly break even, but it is, it's YouTube territory for me. Alright, let's crack a couple of packs, and, oh, an AFR pack. Great excitement. Hey, no, that's a pretty cool one, though. Alright. A little bit more progress, and a Crimson Vow pack. What did we get? Voldaran Estate. Okay, cool. Not quite over 160. Alright, anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Again, it's John with People's Republic. People's Republic is the best play group in the Atlanta area. Prior to the pandemic, we drafted together on paper once a week. We're slowly getting back to having in-person events amongst our fully vaccinated members, but we're carefully watching the Omicron variant and proceeding with caution. Anyway, if you do happen to be local to the group or to the Atlanta area, please do find me on Twitter at DirtyCurdy27, DirtyCurdy27, and I can help you get involved with the group and come play with us. Also, that same handle is good for the YouTube channel. It's where you're watching this. And with regards to the YouTube channel, check out the links to funds and charities in the video descriptions. These support the Black Lives Matter movement. This channel stands with that movement. So consider giving part of your monthly Magic budget or anything you would donate to my channel to one of those worthwhile causes. Anyway, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.